Oh man, I'm getting tired. I think I need to stop. Just kidding. Hey, it happens to all of us. We're out doing a run. We feel like I can't go anymore. I want to stop, go home. If that happens to you like it does to me, then hang around. I got a few tips and tricks for you. Welcome to the Ageless Runner. I'm Ralph. If you're new here, I'm all about helping you have a fun, healthy running life at any age, but especially as you grow older. So I'm talking about wanting to quit. I'm not talking about if you're injured. By all means, if you're hurt, stop. Or you're feeling nauseous, stop. I'm not talking about if you do something silly like I'm going to run 10 miles a day when the most I've ever run is 5. No, I'm talking about you're out doing your normal training run, your normal long run, whatever, and you just feel like you want to stop and give up. I have some tips and tricks that maybe help you get beyond that point. And we're going to talk about things to do before you run and obviously a lot to do during your run when that urge to quit is hitting you. Like any run, you need to be prepared. So make sure you ingest some carbs, have a carbohydrate-based meal, 1 to 3 hours ahead, assuming carbs is your fuel, have some carbs, and certainly get hydrated. Drink 2 to 4 glasses of water before you go out. Your body needs to be ready, needs to be fueled and hydrated to go out there and go. And from a mental aspect, prepare for your run. Where are you going to run? If you do run, walk, run, what intervals are you going to use? Do you need to bring fuel with you? Do you bring energy gels? How many? How often are you going to fuel? Have all that thought out. What you're going to wear, where you're going to go, how you're going to run. So when it comes run time, you're all ready to go and you're not all frustrated and anxious about what am I going to do. And of course, during a run is where most of these tips and tricks will come in handy. And just like we needed to fuel before a run, you need to keep fueling and hydrating during your run. I usually start about 45 minutes to my run, getting carbohydrates, taking something in every 15 to 30 minutes, depending on what works for you, what you eat and ingest. Keep that fuel coming in. Shoot for 40 to 60 grams of carbohydrates per hour, and of course keep drinking water. I usually drink every 15 to 20 minutes. Keep that up. I drink more often in the warm weather and less often in the cool weather, but keep up with your fuel and hydration. You don't want to let your body run out of energy. That'll stop you every time. There's some other physical things you can do during your run. I'm a big believer in what I call conservation of energy. That's why I do run, walk, run. That kind of spreads my energy use more evenly out throughout my run. The thing about doing things like walking up hills, don't run up hills, walk up them. That'll help save some energy. If you are starting to feel tired, slow your pace. Keep it an easy pace. Elite runners spend about 80% of their training time at a very slow and easy pace. You should do the same thing. And if you track heart rate, try and keep your heart rate below 75% of your max heart rate. Again, take it easy, conserve that energy, so at least you can keep on going when maybe the mental is starting to work on you. Of course, during a run, it's the mental that kind of gets to us sometimes. Our mind starts dwelling on things. So a couple of things I like to do is I like to think of runs in segments. We're going to talk about big segments, medium segments, and little segments. By big segments, I mean divide your run up into 2 runs. Do half in the morning, half in the afternoon, or do half your run, go home, rest for an hour, and go do the rest of it. You do not have to do it all at one time. You can break it up into multiple runs, no more than two runs during the day. So that's a big segment. Then there's medium segments. So maybe you have segments that maybe every 1 to 2 miles in your run, you say, I'm just going to run to this point. When I get there, I'll take a little break, eat a little something, drink a little something, and carry on. Where I trail run, it seems to naturally have these kind of segments about every 2 miles. I'll come to a parking lot, or I'll come to a lodge, or there'll be a boat ramp. Someplace it's kind of a natural segment. I can have them, finish that one and say, well, I just need to get now to the picnic area up ahead. And those are each little milestones that you can accomplish and achieve before you set off and do the next one. And then there's little segments. By little segments, I mean you're out running and maybe you're feeling a little tired and you say, I'm just going to make it to the stop sign. If I get to the stop sign, I'll take a little break. I'm just going to run into the street. So those are little segments. So each of these segments represents an accomplishment. So you just try and run that segment, get that part of your run accomplished, maybe take a break, maybe not, and then head off and do the next segment. So segments are a big way to get a big run done in little bite-sized pieces. Now, some other mental things you can do, of course, are mantras. I'm a big believer in mantras, especially if you're starting to feel a little tired, a little run down. You tell yourself something positive. I'm a strong and healthy runner. I'm an accomplished runner. I always meet my running goals. Whatever, something positive to get you through that difficult time. Another thing to divert the mind is concentrating on your breathing and counting your breaths in with your steps. For example, 3 steps to breathe in, 2 steps to breathe out, or whatever sequence works for you. 3 and 3, 3 and 2, 4 and 4, whatever might work for you. Concentrating on your breathing and your steps will kind of divert the mind and not be dwelling on things that maybe don't feel good or make you want to quit. Another thing you can do, I probably should have covered this in segments, is just tell yourself you're feeling a little tired. I'm just going to run 1 more minute. And you run that 1 more minute. And then in that 1 minute, you say, well, I'm just going to run 2 more minutes. And you run those 2 minutes. And you get that done. Then you decide, okay, how am I feeling? Maybe I'll do it again. I'll just run one more minute. And you keep, by doing those 1 to 2 minute segments, pretty soon you realize you're not thinking about how you feel and you're just getting your run accomplished. Now, I know a lot of people listen to music. Now, one thing you might want to try, music doesn't take any concentration of your mind. It's easy for your mind to wander and drift and maybe think about what's going on with your body. It's listening to something that takes more concentration, like a podcast or an audiobook. You really have to concentrate on those if you really want to enjoy them. So switching to something different other than music, podcast or an audiobook, something that requires you to concentrate a little more may help keep your mind off, oh, I want to stop. Finally, think about your goals. Why are you out there? You're trying to do a new long run. You're trying to train for a race, whatever you're doing. Keep those goals in mind. That's the incentive to help you maybe power through those weak points when you want to stop and give up. So keep your goals in mind. Hey, I hope you found some of these tips and suggestions helpful. They help me. I hope they help you. If you enjoyed this video, please scroll down and hit that like icon. Those likes really help my channel. If you're new here, I'd love to have you stick around. Please click the subscribe button, and while you're at it, be sure to click the bell icon so you get notified whenever I post a new video. Thank you so much, and happy running.